video, I'm going to talk about getting up and down from the floor and why it matters and why it's important to be able to do this safely and confidently. So pretty much all of us, there's things that we need to do sometimes that involve getting down to the floor. Whether it's jobs around the house, doing things with our pets, or with grandchildren perhaps. And quite a lot of people do end up having difficulty with this and feeling ungainly or unsteady getting up and down from the floor. And it's a really important skill, and it's one that we want to help you to be able to do well. So I think it's really important to keep all our options open. So when there are things that we feel are off limits to us, I think this really affects our sense of self. So things like if the stairs become difficult and we feel like there are places we can't go because of the stairs. If the floor is difficult and we feel like things that we used to do down on the floor and we need to get down to the floor for are off limits or are really quite stressful or difficult for us to cope with. So I think that one of the reasons why we want to maintain our fitness is to keep all these options open and not feel like there are these things that we can't do anymore. And the floor is one of these. So especially if you have young grandchildren, you'll know that to really engage with them, you need to be able to get down to the floor. You need to be able to sit on the rug, sit on the carpet, play with those trains, build that Lego, whatever it is, to really get enjoyment and engage and have a good time with them. You need to be on their level, and that's usually on the floor. There's also the fact that there's the risk that we do have a trip or a fall and end up on the floor. And if this happens, especially if you are by yourself, you need to know how to get up from the floor safely. This is so important. If you have a fall and you are stuck on the floor for a long period of time, this can have really serious consequences. So we all need to know how to get up from the floor safely. So even if you never need to get down on the floor at home, you just don't want to be doing that anymore. It's really, really valuable, even just to watch this, but ideally to practice it with someone as well. So there are two separate videos in this series. The first one is a demonstration of a technique for getting up and down from the floor. This involves kneeling. Now, if you have a really big problem with your knees, you may not want to do this. So there's a second video that shows you a way to get up and down from the floor without using your knees. So I hope you find these two demonstrations helpful. I would recommend watching them first. If this is something that you think you might have some trouble with, then have someone else with you when you practice the exercises. And just doing this repeatedly, building up the strength, building up the confidence, and knowing that anytime you need to, you can get down to the floor and get back up again by yourself safely and confidently is really going to help you in terms of the activities that you can do and the confidence that you have in yourself and your abilities every day. I hope these videos are helpful for you. Click on the button below and let me know in the members forum. Thank you.